Welcome to Fun Mentals, where you want to go and what you want to know to develop a playful mindset. I am your host, Baron von Merkba. This is a technique that I've developed over the past several years for dealing with that long lag between setting a goal and then achieving it. And in some cases, the ongoing task of once reaching a goal, then maintaining it, right? I have become a huge fan of the idea that we can sneak up to our goals. In other words, we're purposely taking our time to accomplish those major milestones in our life. We're not looking for quick fixes or magic bullets. We're intentionally easing ourselves into expanding who we are and what we're capable of. Our whole approach to pursuing our dreams can be one of reveling in the time it takes, because it's all toward the same vision. And thank the goal-getting gods that it does take a while. We need to get ourselves ready to handle it. We need lots and lots of practice. Look, I love major insights as much as the next seeker. Yet we have to live the realizations and breakthroughs for time to reap whatever benefit we get from them. This isn't about putting some rosy spin on what it'll take to achieve a big goal. It isn't some coping mechanism for dealing with the delays and frustrations that arise no matter what we're chasing. It isn't a justification for why some of us are so slow to learn. Now, to be perfectly honest, I had no intention of developing this particular technique. If I was reaching my goals a lot faster, I'd be showing you a different technique. Alas, the combination of being a somewhat slow learner and a somewhat lazy person has led me to master the art of sneaking up on my goals. So again, this is for those big, long-term goals. Short-term goals, I eat for breakfast. But for the several month or multi-year kind of goals, I have been, shall we say, a little slow on the trigger. Bigger goals with more unknowns are always going to be more challenging to stick with, for obvious reasons. Yet I have found that with the right outlook, you can actually become more resolved the longer a goal takes to reach. I have found that imagining you're actually sneaking up to a goal is a great way to keep the whole journey in perspective. I mean, I actually visualize myself like I'm some cartoon villain sneaking up on my unsuspecting target. Start sneaking up, and the goal may turn around and recognize it. You gotta pause. Now, how does this possibly help you endure that long lag time? We're impatient creatures by nature. Why would I want to bolster the notion that it's going to be a slow process? Don't you want to discover your inner warrior and figure out how to take massive action? Well, that might be the right approach for some of us. Yet, in my experience, most of us are not so driven. It isn't like we're not super passionate about making our goals happen as quickly as possible. But we're simply not ready yet to handle the big changes that result from reaching a big goal. We need lots and lots of practice to become this new person we're committed to being. So absolutely, let's swing for the fences. Let's just also realize that it may take a few thousand at-bats to finally connect. And here's the thing. As long as we keep swinging, we're going to get closer and closer to knocking one out of the park. We'll get better and better at knowing what to do next time. Look, I've had periods in my life where I was on fire. Man, I was making things happen and taking massive action. But you know what? Those are actually some of the most unproductive times in my life as far as actually reaching a big goal. I got a whole lot of stuff done, but without the steady follow-through, my efforts would always kind of crash and burn at some point. It's hardly that I was wasting my time. At least I was practicing. But ultimately, all the work and passion didn't make much difference for me becoming the person I most wanted to be. If anything, it was like I put my real progress on hold while I went off on some detour. I was driving fast, but it wasn't necessarily in the right direction. I was enjoying the ride, but I would inevitably wind up on the side of the road wondering what caused the engine to break down. What's up with all these motoring metaphors? So slow and steady really does work, as the tortoise can attest. It isn't as sexy as Fast and Furious, but it's a heck of a lot more reliable. And there will be tons of good stuff along the way too, so it's not all delayed gratification. Here's how I recommend approaching those big goals you still want to achieve. Absolutely set an aggressive timeline. Expect them to happen sooner. But if it's later, try to enjoy the extra practice. Sure, we're going to get impatient sometimes. Yet that is a sure sign that you still really want it. Just keep it up. No matter what, just keep moving forward. You'll only get better and better at what you're doing, and you'll only get closer and closer to what you most want. Is that worth the wait? You got something better to do? Sneak up on those goals, and they won't know what hit them. Now, go out and play.